Hi, coin roll enthusiasts and coin roll hunters and coin enthusiasts everywhere. Welcome to another episode of Good Roll Hunting here at MyExecutiveRanch. On 7/10 of this year, just a couple of days ago actually, I opened a roll of nickels that my dad had rolled up, gosh, I don't know, maybe the 70s or 80s sometime. And I unrolled and showed them all to you. And I said that I would do an analysis of what was in the roll, because we went 15 minutes just opening that roll up, and that took a long time. So anyway, I've had a chance to look at what was in the roll and put it all out here for you so that you can see what's going on. Before we get going, please subscribe to my channel, My Executive Ranch. I would really like to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can be a YouTube partner. And since I'm at like 47 right now, I have a long way to go. So please subscribe to the channel and we'll get right into this analysis of what the nickels were. My dad had written on this roll of nickels that they were rolls from the reign of George VI. But actually, we had a couple of nickels from the reign of George V. I'm going to see if I can find the spot where we can show that to you. That's not too bad. This one is a 1929 George V nickel. It's not in the greatest of shape, but it's not that bad either. You can definitely see what it is, and there's some pretty good definition in the face and the crown and all that good stuff. So that's kind of cool. Then there's also a 1933 nickel. Oh, geez, where did I go? There we go. There's also a 1933. That one's a little ripped up, but so it's not in such great shape. It's got some bad scratching, which is too bad because the face itself is in great shape. But anyway, we've got that going. Then moving out of the Depression and toward World War II, we've got a 1938 nickel. Oh, still in the Depression years. But you can see that the basic design of the nickel is in place. That's actually a pretty nice nickel for something as old as it is. You can really still see the definition of the hair, and good old King George's eyebrow doesn't look too bad. His cheekbone isn't too worn. So this nickel is in great shape. Now we move into the Depression, 1939. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to get better at this. 1939. That one's a great nickel, too. I think that one is a little more worn. Oh, and it's dirty. I should probably wash it with a little dish soap or something. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. But anyway, that's a good one. Then we've got a couple of 1941s. A bunch of them actually, or a few 1940s rather, a couple of 1941s, quite a few 1942s, and then we get into, I didn't find any 43s in this roll, but then we get into a new design of nickel, which the Canadians made to promote the war effort, and it's got the straight sides. I don't know how many, maybe 12 sides. It's got that, and then in Morse code around the outside of the nickel, it's got a little slogan that I think says, "We win if we all work together." I don't know if I can get so you can see the Morse code up there. But so that's pretty cool. And then same picture of good old King George on the back. These nickels are actually in really amazing shape. They are all sort of, or mostly at least, in that sort of very fine to extra fine range. Maybe not quite that good. I don't know. I'm no grader, but so then we have the 45 design, kind of the same thing. The chrome coating on these nickels deteriorated pretty badly over the years, so they don't look as good as they could. Apparently the unusual straight sides on the nickel design was really popular, so even after the war, they kept these little interesting straight sides. And so the Canadian nickels, for the longest time after that, had that. There's good King George again. That's a great one, isn't it? Obviously, that was in 1946. Then we go to 1951, toward the end of George VI's reign. That one's not in the greatest of shape. And here we are, 1952. Here it is. And that is my third to last nickel. Now, I have actually kept the best for last because there were two real standout nickels in the bunch, a 1944 and a 1945. And holy cow, I'm going to put these up so you can see them. They are just beautiful. The 1944 in particular still has a lot of that mint luster left to it, and so does the 1945. Not quite as much maybe, but look how cool those are. They're just beautiful, and they're just in fantastic shape. Again, I'm no grader, but I think maybe the 1944 one is in about uncirculated condition, and the 1945 one, which is this one, might be like extra fine. I don't know if anybody knows Canadian nickels and wants to weigh in. Here, I'll try and get you a good view of those so that you can see the definition. I would love to hear from you in the comments about what we have here. I also kind of tried to get a sense about what the prices would be on these nickels, and I think they probably are worth maybe $1 or $2 each if I were to sell them individually. But I have a lot of rolls of nickels from my dad's coin collection to sell, and so I thought it would be better to sell them as a roll. So I made a little ad on eBay, and I put this roll up for $65. Again, please feel free to weigh in the comments if you think that was too low or too high or whatever. I would love to hear from you. So anyway, that concludes my analysis of the nickels. Again, we had these two really cool standout nickels, the 1944 and the 1945, and I cannot wait to get into more of my dad's collection and share it with you guys, because these nickels are, well, all his coins have been rolled up for a long time, and so I think they're probably in much better shape than coins that have been in circulation for a lot longer. Also, again, please subscribe to MyExecutiveRanch, my channel. I really need subscribers, and as I've mentioned before, once I get to 1,000 subscribers, to celebrate, I'm going to open a roll of dimes that my dad kept as a souvenir from the Mint Hotel and Casino in beautiful Las Vegas. That's an untouched roll of casino dimes, probably from the 1960s, but possibly from much earlier. He may have picked that up from someone else somewhere along the way. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Please feel free to comment on these nickels, and if you want, you can go over to eBay and buy the roll for $65. You might be getting a really great deal for all I know. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks very much. Thanks for signing in.